Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I'd like to show you how I made this card and I'm making a slight variation on it today so that you could see how you could do this way or in with a white background. And this is take 2 of my videos, so some things have already been done. It's the way it works sometimes. What we need to make this card, this time I used a black base on this one. So this time I'm going to use a Whisper White base, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5 and scored and will be folded at 4 1/4. Then I will need a piece of Whisper White, and let's see, my Whisper White piece is 4 by 5.5. Then I'll need a piece of basic black that measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then we'll need gold foil paper, and we'll need enough to make 2 ornament bases, and so it needs to be 2.75 inches by approximately 6 inches, and then we'll have a separate piece that measures 1 inch by I think it's 4 inches. Then we'll need a little bit of basic black, and I've got this little strip here, and this is to decorate the inside of the card. And I'm using black glitter paper. Now, the one that I'm using is one that Stampin' Up! Used to sell, and when they took it out of circulation, I bought 5 or 6 packages of it because I loved the black glimmer paper. So I'd love to ask Stampin' Up!, can we get our black glimmer paper back? This project could be done with black matte paper and then use the Wink of Stella glitter pen, but I didn't like the results as well. So I'm going to suggest that you really use black glitter paper in order to get the effects that we want to get on this particular piece. Here's my piece also of black that is the base, and on this one, let me tell you a little bit about the products that I'm using. I used from the Mary Tags Framelit set, I used this little ornament tag that is the little deer and the Christmas trees. And I've cut that out. I was very schizophrenic when I was putting this together. I printed it out in all different colors, trying to get things to be the way I wanted them to be here. So, but this will need to cut out in gold. And that's what we're using from this little tag set. Versatile little tag set. I just thought, I love the top, and you'll see when you cut it out, it comes out with the top, the circle that goes all the way around, and this top little piece here on the top, and I just cut those off so that I ended up with a smaller piece that was just the deer and the trees. Then I'm using the Delicate Ornament Thinlits dies, and from this beautiful set I am using this frame and this ornament here and this tag topper piece here, and then this little some people call this a poinsettia. It's just a little medallion that matches the inside of this ornament right in here. So those are the pieces that I'm using from this set. And then from the Wondrous Wreath set, I am using the Noel Thinlit, and I punched out the Noel in this black glimmer paper, and I think it came out really kind of nice. Okay, so and because I said this is take 2, so what I've already done is adhered this card to the white, to the basic black. And the stamp sets I used on this set was from the Christmas Pines set, and I used these stars here to get this background. And then I'm going to be using this Tidings of Comfort and Joy. On this one, I used a different sentiment on the inside, but it required then using yet another stamp set. And I thought, we have used this stamp set already, and we've used different elements from it, and this way you could get both your inside greeting and your background out of the one set. So Christmas Pines. Okay, so what we need to do on this card, and I'll show you the setup for the big shot, because there's a little bit of cutting out that's done here. I used my magnetic base plate here, and then a cutting plate, and then I used my dies, and you can do this die, and I found that you could do this die and this tag topper, and I did that on the gold foil and ran that through my big shot, and then I set up my black glitter paper on the bottom and ran my Noel through with this configuration. So your paper underneath and then another lucite cutting plate on top. For this ornament here, oh, you can also do the tag topper, the little tag with the deer on it, can be done with this configuration. The only thing you need the precision base plate for is this ornament. And so that would look like this. We would be using, you could use this, I don't think Stampin' Up! Recommends that you use this. You use the base plate and the thin die adapter, but this will work. And your precision base plate, and then this, your paper, and then this more intricate die. In order to get the proper cut, you really do need to use this particular piece. And then you just need a piece on top, and you run that through the big shot. And so, again, to save time, I've already run everything I need to make this card in the new color scheme here. So, let me see. This we can just fold and set aside. And I'll use my bone folder here to get a nice crisp cut on that. And I can set that aside. And this, I just used my stamps set from the Pines, Christmas Pines, and the stars are what I used to get this background. And I stamped those in Versamark, and then I used gold embossing powder on it. And like I said, this is take 2, so that part's already been done. And then this is the Tidings of Comfort and Joy stamp that I'm going to use on the inside of the card from the Christmas Pines set as well. And it's a nice big one, so it makes an impact on the inside of the card. So what I have done in order to get this set up is I have my 2 gold foil bases that I'm going to use on my card. And then I have my white dazzling diamonds piece for one of the ornaments. And then I have the black glitter paper here for the other ornament. And I have the tag, which is this from the Merry Tags. And I just snipped off the piece that would go around and has the hanger at the top. So in order to get this kind of a frame around this, what I did was I cut right up the center of this gold foil base, and then I used some snail on the back of this dazzling diamonds ornament base here, and put some snail down on the back of that. Then, you know this trick from backing other things. You push this off a bit to the side so that you get the frame that you want around this piece. And then we'll take this other half of that and put it on this side of our ornament. And there we have a nice gold frame around that dazzling diamonds little ornament. Now, you'll notice that down here I have the point missing. That's not going to matter because the way this card sets up, the other ornament is going to go over the top of it. As I place these in place here, you can see how that's going to happen. Once I get this one adhered here, it will just cover that little piece up, and it looks like I have a nice bigger gold frame here. Now, in order for the tag topper to fit, I need to trim in here and take that little bit of gold off the top of this so that the tag topper fits. So there we go. I take those two little pieces off of there. Now, the next thing I need to do is adhere this deer and the trees to this ornament, and I did that with glue dots. So I'm going to grab my glue dots here, and let's see my paper piercer. And what I did was I set glue dots here on the bottom, and I used 3 of them along here. Glue dots is one of the few things that will stick to the glitter paper. And so I got those all placed here on the bottom of my little tag. Then I put one in the middle of this larger tree and another one in the middle of the smaller tree. Then I used one and folded it over on itself here and put that on the body of the deer. Glue dots stick to everything. Okay, and then I took one more glue dot and I turned it over on itself a couple of times so that I could get a little ball, if you will, and I put it on the deer's head. And so there I have the glue dot arrangement on the back of my piece here. Then I stuck this right in the center of this ornament and push that down. There we go. Then I used dimensionals, and I put dimensionals on the back, at the top and the bottom, in the center, and then supported the sides. And I actually used quite a few of them by the time I was done, but I was really interested in this sticking kind of the right way. And I'm not going to set that down yet because I want to put this bauble together as well. And I still don't have my glue pen, my fine tip glue pen from Stampin' Up. And like I said, I'm out of the other. So I have here, what is this? It's a ballpoint tip glue pen, and it's got that blue glue that dries clear. And I should be having this on my silicone mat. And I didn't put it everywhere, but I did catch the edges of this all the way around. And then in some of the areas on the inside of the back of this glitter paper, I put in the areas that are a little bit wider, quite a bit of glue. And then taking this and placing it on top of my other gold foil base and getting that on there so that it's a pretty perfect match for that. And there we have that. Then, oops, that doesn't look like it's sticking down. Let me put a little bit more glue on the back of this. And I think this is one I may just need to hold in place for a minute. Maybe what I'll do is set it there and put my stamp on it to give it a second to dry. All right. The next thing I did was I cut out my Noel in the black glimmer paper, and this part is important to get the Noel down and placed before you add the second ornament and before you put this, so you make sure that everything fits. And so on this one, I think I used the glossy accents. Boy, I'm missing my fine tip glue pen. So I'm going to use my glossy accents here and just get a little glue down on the back of this Noel. It does look like it wants to come out here. Let me try unstopping this again. There, I can see it coming out now. So I am going to dot that along here. It looks like it's, oh, I see what's going on. There's a little something right here at the top that is blocking, and all I seem to be able to do is push it all the way back in, and then it comes back out and blocks again. So I don't know if that's going to continue to work or not. I'm going to have to go back to this other one. Okay, so now I'm going to stick my Noel down here right along the bottom edge. Putting the 2 ornaments on this crowds this just a little bit, but I love the effect. So I'll just hold this down for a second and give it a chance to stick. And there's my Noel put in place. Let's see how this one is doing now. That looks to be pretty well stuck on there now. So this would be the configuration. So if you dry fit this, then you know you'll be able to read your whole sentiment down here and still be able to get both ornaments on. And you see there how placing this ornament covers the fact that there's no gold foil on that point. Just need to scoot it over far enough to get that good and covered. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to lay down this ornament first and get that put in place. I don't know how it is where you are, but we are having the most amazing Indian summer. I still have flowers blooming in my garden. Just amazing. Usually by Halloween, we have a little bit of snow, and this year it's 60, 70, 80 degrees outside in November. It's amazing. Okay, so there's the first ornament down, and we know we want this ornament to come in here. And so I'm going to mark right here where it's going to come off the edge of the other ornament, and I'm going to put a dimensional down there. Okay, and we know that's going to go there, and the next place I can put a dimensional is way down here at the bottom. Now, because that's going to be sitting over the top, the dimensionals will go on this side, and I'm going to put some glue dots down on that side so it'll stick, but we don't want that side raised. So you only put the dimensionals on the side that needs to be raised to get it to the same level as the ornament that's already on here. And I appear to be on the tail end of this little group of dimensionals. So I am just going to cut some of these bones along the bottom to get done the pieces that I want. So across here and here and down here, so my point is supported. There we go. And that glue dot ring looked like it was just about out, so I'm going to grab another roll here and add my glue dots right here to the ornament top and along this edge. And maybe one right in here. Okay. Now I am going to place this on my card. since this one goes all the way to the edge, I'm making this one go all the way to this edge so that it looks balanced. And I think that's pretty good. That is giving us enough room in between here to read our sentiment, and also enough room to hide our point down here. So all things accomplished. All right, the next thing I have is a couple of these tag toppers, which I'm going to put on with glue dots. Again, glue dots really are the thing that sticks best to glitter paper. So I'm going to put one on the top of this ornament and one on the top of this one. There we go. And that is basically the top of, or the front of this card base completed. Now we're going to get back our card base here and put this on here to give that nice rim, and I'm just going to use snail. Can't believe the snail is still going. I thought it was out a day ago. And let's see. I did one video the other day and I put the stuff on upside down, so just check this one to make sure it's going on right side up. Okay, so there is the front of this card base done. I think that's really pretty. So on the inside, what I did on this one is I put the sentiment in the top and the middle, and then I put this 1 by 4 inch piece down here at the bottom, which I'm going to do again, adding a little bit of the snail here and leaving just a little border around the edge there. And then taking this little piece, now for this I definitely need my silicone mat here to get glue on this, and I set this from edge to edge a little bit towards the bottom. And the other thing that I did was I cut out from some of that scrap this little poinsettia, again, that matches the inside of this here, and I put some glue on it and used it to embellish the inside of my card. I thought that would carry the colors over and the idea of the ornament that is ornate. So, and I'm placing that right here on the edge of the paper and the gold foil. And I'm going to hold that down for just a second. And while I do that, I'll get my ink out, move some of these things out of the way, and bring in my stamp. There, I think that's going to hold now. And I decided to just stamp in black, not introduce any other color to this. And so I need my piercing mat here, and to ink this up, and I'd like to kind of get this pretty centered right in the middle. And I'm going to hold that in place for just a second. and then pull it off. Not as good as I was hoping for. Well, this is the first time I've used this stamp, and I should have done a sample first. Sometimes when you first ink up these things, they can be a little challenging. Here, let me grab a piece of scratch paper now that it's too late to affect that. Yeah, much better. So note for yourself when you're using an ink pad or a stamp for the first time, and it looks like it's good and inked up, probably ought to run a test run first. Let's see, I wonder if I can... It's mostly pretty good. What I'll do is off camera, I will probably use my black marker to go over a little bit of that and see if I can darken that up a little bit. Anyway, that is our project for the day. And I'd love to know what your thought is about these two cards. So I have one that is a little bit more dramatic with the black, and then this one that has gold and it has black highlights. I have to say that I really do like both of them. And I may just make up a few of both of them for the holiday season here. Anyway, this is the next in my series of designs of Christmas cards for this year. And thanks so much for stopping by and watching my YouTube channel. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. You can order everything but the black glitter paper from my 24/7 shop, lbedinger.stampinup.net. The host code will be down below, and for the month of November, I have decided that I'm going to make available the, let me see if I can find it here, the bundle that is the Santa. It is such a cute little set. I decided that that would be our drawing for the month of November. And the winner of the drawing for October was Paulette. So congratulations, Paulette. You'll be getting a package from me with your envelope punch board and your clear glitter pen, Wink of Stella glitter pen. I'm trying to find this real fast here so I don't take up too much more time. And I know it's on this side of the page. There's the Merry tags that we used. And the pine set. And there it is. All right. So this is the set for the drawing this time. It is this bundle that gives you this die cutout of the Santa, and there he is cut out, and then these little stars punch out and through so you can see whatever color is behind, and then these also punch out along the bottom, and then it has these pretty little sentiments that are here, a list, a naughty or nice, there's a little reindeer, and so that will be the drawing for this month of November. So anybody who puts an order in with me is automatically entered into the drawing. And if you order from me at $25 or more, I give you a product gift. So thanks very much again for watching, and until the next time, bye.